Test, test, test. Let's see how we sound, y'all. Let's see how we sound. Hey, to anybody else's YouTube update, I don't really like that invasion of privacy shit. Like, I ain't update YouTube, so why my shit look different? Is that just me, y'all? Like, what the hell going on here? Let me know how the mic sounded, y'all. Let me know how the audio sounded. We're sounding straight. Yeah, a little bit of technical difficulties, but also, I guess folks could have waited to trade because big ass moves happened last night. Alright, y'all. So if y'all didn't watch the Sunday chart analysis, I keep telling y'all to watch the Sunday chart analysis. Alright, because y'all check this out. A lot of charts ended up going as projected last night. Again, we had big boy moves happen last night. So as we see, the retracements already started to take place on top of big moves happening last night. We ain't got no news today, so we're most likely going to see some consolidation or retracements take place. Now, we still got a clean NAS sales today, and we got possible GU sales. Like, GU just hit this level right here. But it did do again on the 2 o'clock news. It did do this big ass push to the downside. So today's going to be interesting. I'm mainly going to be focusing on NAS, it looks like. I'm mainly going to be focusing on NAS and EQ. We can also see some gold sales. GJ's out the question because GJ made a whole ass lower low. So, you know, we're done with GJ today. So we're mainly going to be looking at gold and NAS for sales and a possible GU sales. Like GU just tapped this level right here, so this ain't no terrible sales setup right here. But again, it's just big moves happen. Y'all know how I am with big moves, right? With big moves happen, big retracements happen. Especially when London session just started. That's what I really don't like. It'd be different if this was New York session or something. This happened all Tokyo session. Now, there are still some setups we can catch though, so we're gonna see if we can catch something right here. New 15 about to pop up. But yeah, as everything sells, y'all. Everything sells today. Everything sells. Nothing bullish at all today. Everything sells. Make sure to like the lives. Y'all hop up in here, y'all. Subscribe if you ain't subscribed already. Got some new posts lined up for y'all. Instagram and TikTok. Make sure to follow me on Instagram and TikTok. I see that scrolling at the bottom of y'all screens. What's going on, y'all? What's going on? What's going on, y'all? What's going on? Oops, almost did some shit. Almost did some shit. I didn't know what I was about to do. Alright, new 15 just popped up. So let's see if we can hold this level as resistance here. But again, GU and GJ fucking tanked. So I'm kind of focusing on gold and NAS. To be honest, NAS barely missed my retest right here. So it might just be a little bit of a waiting game, y'all. But you know, that's what we usually do anyways. But yeah, we're gonna let price retrace. We're gonna let price retrace. We're gonna let price do its thing. We might not take a set until New York session. So this might be a little bit of a shorter live on top of the technical difficulties, but we're still gonna be live till 4 o'clock at least. If y'all got any questions, you already know the drill, drop them in the chat. Want me to look at any charts, drop them in the chat. Shout out to those that was in the TikTok live. You guys are, yeah, everything's retracing right now. So we're just gonna let the things retrace, which is good because it's gonna give us a possible smooth New York session. So ain't tripping too much about that. Ain't tripping too much about that. What's going on, Demetrius? Loud and clear, loud and clear. All right, bet. Again, the reason why we didn't go live yesterday was because it was a bank holiday and shit was going on. And then I ended up taking a trade and it wasn't enough orders, so they closed my trade early. I ain't had that shit happen to me in a minute. I'm talking about there was no orders yesterday. So I was in profit, but I got closed out early because there was no liquidity, quote unquote, which is crazy work because I would have caught a big ass move on NAS yesterday, but it's all good. So again, y'all, we're looking at possible gold, NAS, and GU sales. That's what we're looking at right now. We're looking at possible gold, NAS, and GU sales right here. That's the game plan. That's the game plan. Let's see if we can break below this level right here. Again, big moves happened last night, so we're going to be expecting some retracements. So depending on how London session plays out, London session might just be a retracement session, and then we might be able just to find some setups New York session. We're still going to be able to chart London session, of course, but that's kind of how the charts are looking right now. Or it's going to be dead on New York, which is obviously what I don't want to see happen. But again, there's no news today. Markets open. Y'all was just fiending to take trades. So y'all couldn't handle not trading Monday, huh? As soon as markets opened last night, y'all was just buying and selling shit, huh? If y'all got any questions, drop in the chat and I got you. What's going on, y'all? What's going on? Those just joined the stream. We have not entered any trades yet. These are just trade ideas. Make sure to hit that first link in the description. Join the free signal and free Telegram. You see on your screen how we did last month and last quarter. Go ahead and hit that first link and check it out for yourselves. If y'all don't know how we did last week, we absolutely dominated last week. We went 5-0 last week. Again, make sure to watch the Sunday chart analysis. If y'all watch the Sunday chart analysis, you know, like I always say, the Sunday chart analysis goes over not just what we see price doing Sunday night going into Monday, but what we see price doing throughout the entire week. And if you check this out, a lot of charts went as projected, not just during the holiday yesterday, but last night a lot of charts went as projected as well. So we're kind of playing catch up right now. But yeah, like I said, everything's bearish. That's why yesterday during the TikTok lives, I know a lot of people was kind of thrown off because for the past few months, we just been talking about rules of the uptrend, rules of the uptrend, rules of the uptrend. But we start talking about the rules of the downtrend because everything's in the downtrend. You see what I'm saying? We want to see a gold right here can break below this level. So what gold we're looking at right here, if we can break below and maintain 49.18 as resistance, we're going to be looking for sales going to 48.80. That's the game plan right here. right? We can also see price try to retest 49.58. We can look for sales there as well. But yeah, everything's bearish right now. Yeah, everything's bearish. About to see if we can catch a setup right here on gold. About to see if we can catch a setup right here on gold. New 5-minute just popped up. So again, we don't want to just break out. We want to see if we can hold this level. Because if we don't hold this level, it's going to retest this level up here, right? Again, you never want to be in a rush to take setups. Price is always going to give you hints of what's going on. New 5-minute about to pop up in a little bit. Again, y'all, if you got any questions, drop in the chat and I got y'all. Yeah, but yeah, it looks like, okay, we might have a little bit of action here. Let's see if gold can hold this right here. So we're about to see if we can close below this level here. So we might take the setup right here. Make sure to follow me on Instagram and TikTok. I see you scroll at the bottom of y'all screens. Instagram, playmaker_way, TikTok _playmakerway_. Post daily on both pages. Again, there is no news. I mean, there's Canadian news, but I don't trade no Canadian pairs. So unless y'all trade Canadian pairs, ain't nothing going on to them. That's a nice shot. This would have been a nice sell, but it did not hit my level. Barely missed my level. So with NAS right here, we're going to look to see if we can break below, maintain 24,560 as resistance. If so, we're going to be looking for sales going to 24,450. So we still got a couple sets we're looking at, y'all. We just gotta be a little bit patient. Just gotta be a little bit patient. All right, we got a new 15 about to pop up in 2 minutes, so we're about to see if gold can close right here. That's what we're looking for right now, y'all. Again, if y'all got any questions, drop in the chat and I got y'all. Like I always say, this is the realistic side of trading, y'all. You're not gonna always automatically hop on a chart and take a setup. Sometimes you just gotta wait a little bit. Let's see what we got going on here. We got NAS trying to do something. GU is rejected, so you already know how we do it. If it doesn't meet the confirmations, we look to see if it's going to meet the confirmations at the next spot. But I am liking gold right here, so we're about to see how this 15 closes. Yeah, I'm liking this right here. Alright, new 15 about to pop up. Let's see what we got going on. Let's see what we got going on. Let's see if we can hold right here. Let's see if we can hold right here. I waited for NAS to finish his run up. Now I'm riding it down. That's how you do it. That's how you do it. Like I said, I was looking for NAS sales, but it barely missed my entry right here. It barely missed my entry. You know, I got to follow my rules, right? So it is what it is. I'm going to look for my next setup right here. But it did do what we was looking for in the Sunday chart analysis. And it did, like I said, it did a decent drop on Monday as well. Like I did take a NAS sell on my own, but it wasn't enough orders, so I got closed out early. But yeah, NAS is still, I'm still looking for sales all day on NAS. I'm looking to see if gold gold is level, but as you can see, it's retracing back up. So we're gonna just let price do its thing. Like I said, I'm not gonna be too shocked or surprised if I end up not taking any setups to a New York session. Just the way things are looking. Again, this was a good setup. I missed though. I mean, I could have took the trade, but you know, it is what it is. Like I said, we're up this week. I mean, up for last week, up for the month. There's no point in, you know, just, you know, breaking my rules or getting sloppy. I'm still new, so I ain't experienced enough on placing orders yet, so I watch the painful move until I can get in. No, it's all good. It's all good. And you just gotta practice on the demo accounts and stuff like that until you get used and adjusted to it. You know, that's just the thing. Like, it's just like anything else. Like, if it's a new platform, whether you're at work, you know, you're using a new platform, or, you know, new car, whatever the case may be, you just gotta get used to how to maneuver around it. And the more you maneuver around it, the quicker and easier it's gonna be to, you know, type in what you need to type in, execute the trade, all that good stuff. Like me personally, like if I see a setup, especially if like prices approaching one of my zones, I'm already calculating my lot size to know what I'm going to put in. Like this trade right here, I already have my lot size calculated, but all I'm simply waiting for now is for price to meet my confirmations And then once it meets my confirmations, I'm pulling the trigger and entering sell, right? So I already got it typed up and already prepared. So all I'm doing from this point is just waiting to see if it's time to take the move or not. You see what I'm saying? Excuse me. What's going on, Trevor? What's going on, y'all? What's going on? What's going on, new to trades? What's going on? What's going on? And new to, yeah, so like I said, I'm revamping Playmaker University. I've been making videos all weekend. I made some more videos yesterday. So I'm revamping Playmaker University to make things not, I wouldn't say clearer, but I'm updating it, right? Because again, I like to do it every year. And the last time I revamped it was last year, right? So I'm going to revamp it again this year just to keep y'all understanding how I trade. Now, again, nothing's really changed too much. I'm just a lot more precise with it. So, that's why I'm going to update it. Also, I'm better at explaining shit. So I'm going to make things a little bit more clear and easier to understand. But what we talked about in the back end last night, just apply that and that should clear things up. You know what I'm saying? And if you want to send me some of your chart markups, you can as well, and I got you. Yeah, so again, y'all, this is why we do not breakout trade. This is why we wait for the break, close, and retest. BCR, y'all, BCR. Maybe that's what I need to do, Hundo. I need to make a 3-letter acronym to go viral. Is that what I need to do, y'all? Do I need to start saying BCR or some shit? But this is why we don't breakout trade, because if we would have broke out trade or a phone mode, whatever the case may be, we'd be in an unnecessary drawdown right now and that potential risk of our stop loss getting hit. Yeah, so we're gonna still look for a setup, y'all, but like I said, price did big ass moves last night due to the market being closed on Monday and everybody ready to take setups. So we're simply just waiting for retracements to happen. It's just a waiting game right now. And that's really all trading is, right? You're waiting for price to come to you, meet your setups, meet your confirmations. We're gonna be on for a little bit longer though, y'all. We're gonna be on for a little bit longer. So again, if y'all got any questions, drop in the chat. When we look at any charts, drop in the chat. Make sure to hit that first link in the description, join the free signal, free Telegram. got a new 5 minute about to pop up in a second. NAS, so again with NAS, we're looking for sales, right? So we're either going to look to see if price can break below, maintain 24,550 as resistance, and price can do that. We can look for sales going to 24,450, or we can see if price can retest and maintain 24,670 as resistance. Gold, we're still looking for sales here. If we can break below 49.18 to hold as resistance, we can look for sales going down to 48.80, or we can see price try to retest 49.58 as resistance and look for sales there. But yeah, we're bearish on everything, y'all. We're bearish on everything. GU, same thing. We're gonna look for sales here at 36.05, or if we can break below, maintain 35.80 as resistance, we can look for sales as well. We could also look for possible sales at 36.30. GJ, we're leaving GJ alone. It did go as projected, but as you can see, it made a whole lower low, and it did a big ass move for the day already. So we're gonna leave it be. We're gonna leave it be. Gonna be on for a little bit longer, y'all. Again, if y'all got any questions, drop in the chat. About to see NAS hit the zone. Let's see how NAS reacts to this zone right here. Still liking gold too. Still liking gold too. price rejected that level. Yeah, so we're gonna see what the next hour looks like, y'all. But again, like always, we don't see any action between now and 6 a.m. Highly recommend just waiting for 8 o'clock, 9:30 open. Again, there is no news today. Besides Canadian news at 8:30, and then at 8 o'clock, when markets reopen, New Zealand news. There's a Chinese holiday. I don't know what's going on out there, but you know, cool. But yeah, so we're about to see how this closes right here. Alright, new hour, new 15 popped up. Let's see. Alright, we rejected. So again, I still got my alerts. We're still gonna be looking, but like I said, I won't be too sharp to surprise if we don't see a setup to New York session, y'all. And again, we're not gonna be sitting here watching paint dry. Shout out to everybody in the live, y'all. Shout out to everybody's been live since the beginning. Shout out to everybody's been live since y'all joined. Again, my bad for the technical difficulties, but hey, shit happens, you know what I'm saying? We will be back live. Excuse me. We will be back live later on today on TikTok. So make sure to be on the lookout for that. And yeah, we're going to see if we can catch a setup, y'all. We're going to see if we can catch a setup. Again, moves did happen. So for everybody that be like, oh, Tokyo sessions, no volume. Look at what happened last night, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Look what happened last night. But yeah, shout out to everybody in the live. Shout out to everybody's been live since the beginning. Shout out to everybody's been live since y'all joined. Make sure to hit that first link in the description. Join the free super free Telegram. Watch the Sunday chart now if you have not already. Explore the playlist on YouTube. Catch up to the videos. Dropped a lot of videos last month. Dropped some videos for y'all last week as well. Make sure to catch up to that stuff. Yeah, it looks like we're going to not see anything to New York session. All right, y'all. Peace. We out. What time do I normally be on? The same time every day. All right. So if you're in the first link in the description, you'll see the time we go live every day. London session 3 a.m. EST, right? And when I do the recap of the day, obviously we didn't trade yesterday, but when I do the recap of the day, you'll also see that I'll say we'll be back live London session 3 a.m. EST. So we're live every day. So again, do not join these links, y'all. I'm not talking to you directly. I'm just talking in general now. But don't join these links and just wait for me to go. Explore the channels, y'all. Explore the channels, explore the pages, look at the links, look at the shit, and you'll notice how things go down. But I'm live every day on YouTube, London session 3 a.m. EST, and I'm live at least 2 times a week on TikTok. I'm not 2 times, at least 3 times a week on TikTok around 2 o'clock. All right. But make sure to have your notice on TikTok and YouTube. But I'll also notify y'all, as you'll see, every time I go live on YouTube and TikTok, in the free Telegram as well. All right, y'all. But like I said, we usually live longer, but I start the stream late. But also, you know, the markets are doing what the markets are doing. So, you know, today, this was just going to be a little bit of a different week because we had the holiday and stuff like that. But yeah, so we'll be back to our regularly scheduled program today and tomorrow and the rest of this week, y'all. But yeah, that's pretty much it. And again, if you want to contact me directly, I can DM me on Instagram, Telegram, or TikTok, respond to all messages. But again, this is why we do not breakout trade and we wait for the break and retest. If we would have FOMO'd and took a sell here, we would have took a loss for no reason. You see what I'm saying? We would have FOMO'd here and took a sell or put a limit order, we would have took a loss for no reason. All right, again, there's no rush to take a setup. Wait for your confirmations and stick to the game plan. EST. Everything is EST. All right, so if you don't know what time that is compared to Central, You just gotta Google that shit. I don't know it either off the top of my head. But all the times I'm saying is EST. EST, Eastern Standard Time. 3 a.m. Eastern Standard, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard. And then also, again, go into the free Telegram. It's going to be adjusted to your time so you can see what time that would be central as well. All right, again, explore the channels, y'all. And make sure to check out the videos on YouTube, catch up to the playlist, explore the playlist. Also, make sure to check out the post on Instagram and TikTok. Got some new posts lined up for y'all today. Dropped some new videos for y'all yesterday as well. But yeah, y'all, peace, we out. And that's the beautiful thing about trading. You don't have to stare at the charts. If you know there's not going to be a setup, there's no point in staring at the charts for no reason. Like you see, I have my alerts. So once my alerts get hit, I'm going to get a text on my phone, a notification on my computer, and that's when I'm going to hop on the charts and see what's going on. You see what I'm saying? I'm not staring at the charts all day, and neither should y'all. All right, peace, we out.